Olá, bom dia! E eu estou aqui hoje nos jardins da Embaixada do Azerbaijão no Brasil, que é uma embaixada já que nós consideramos amigos do nosso programa, nossos amigos, e eu vou falar com o embaixador do Azerbaijão no Brasil, Elkhan Polukhov. Embaixador, bem-vindo ao nosso programa. Eu gostaria de parabenizá-lo mais uma vez pela Data Nacional do Azerbaijão, que aconteceu no dia 28 de maio. E eu gostaria que o senhor explicasse para a gente o significado dessa data para vocês e para o mundo também.
Bem-vindo, Fabiana. Thank you very much again for your interest to our embassy, and thanks for greeting us with Republic Day. This is a most important day in our history. It's the day when Azerbaijan in 1918 proclaimed its independence and created first democratic republic on Oriental world with people who immediately start to enjoy and be involved in democratic peace building and country building. When we talk about 1918, we have to remember that that time word of democracy was not too popular, but Azerbaijan, even since the first days of its independence, introduced all of these standards to his political structure, political system. That's why we can proudly say that we were among the first countries in the world who granted women right to vote. We start to establish diplomatic relations with practically all the neighbors. We start to introduce ourselves to the international organizations and start to diversify our ethnically, politically, religiously and socially diverse society.
No ano passado, nós testemunhamos mudanças na região ali do sul do Cáucaso. E o senhor podia falar para a gente qual é a realidade hoje sobre o conflito que aconteceu entre a Armênia e o Azerbaijão e qual a nova realidade agora?
As you know, current Azerbaijan is continuation of Azerbaijan Democratic Republic, created in 1918. We call it Second Republic. And since our first day of restoration of our independence in 1991, we immediately faced the aggression from side of neighboring Armenia. And that aggression ended by occupation of around 20% of our territory, and with ethnic cleansings on occupied territories. And it's led to the situation when around 1 million refugees and IDPs were forced to leave their houses. For the last 30 years, approximately 30 years, Azerbaijan tried to build a relation with Armenia to pursue them to liberate this land, let people return back. But very unfortunately, due to the double standard existing in the world, due to the uncompromised position of Armenian leadership, we were forced last year to use all our power and sources to liberate this land. And war, which we call 44-day war, ended 10th of November of last year when joint declaration signed by President of Russia, President of Azerbaijan and Prime Minister of Armenia put the end to this conflict. And today we can proudly say that Azerbaijan, immediately after the end of the war, he start to rebuild. He start to restore the communication in the region. He start to invest. In 2021, we are planning to invest there around 1.3 billion US dollars. Approximately, when everything will be finished, rehabilitation will be finished, more than 200 kilometers of railway will be built. Currently, we are building highways in 5 different directions. We're opening the borders, moving toward the borders with Armenia. Through Armenia, connect to the Nakhichevan, and as a part of my country. We evaluated what's happened on this territory last 30 years, and unfortunately found out that Armenian occupational forces looted everything. But Azerbaijan today is aimed to build a peace. We are delivering the message of peace to everybody in the region, to the Armenian, first of all, the Armenian leadership, calling them to take constructive position where we can start to work toward sustainable peace aim to bring prosperity not only to us but to our children, to the future of region, to make region one of the most developed and advanced part of the world. Because geographically we're between Europe and Asia, and our position allows the blockation of the communication allow to turn region to the one of the prosperous places in the world. And we hope that Armenian leadership will understand that and they will take the constructive position. But we're sure that we will be able to implement all the plans which we have. Restoration, opening of communication in the region, returning of refugees and IDPs to their homes, rebuilding the houses, roads, buildings, cities. We already start to build one of the largest city, which used to be in that region, Agdam city. We also start to work on direction of green economy and green smart cities and villages idea. So we believe that very soon the region is going to turn to one of the most interesting and attractive place for foreign investors, and we already see that.
Embaixador, nós sabemos que neste ano o Azerbaijão comemorou sua data nacional, mas em outras formas, porque tradicionalmente você sempre tem uma bela festa aqui na Embaixada, né? Acredito que seja uma tendência agora da diplomacia fazer outras formas de evento. E quais foram as suas formas de comemoração?
Traditionally embassies do the reception, invite important people, celebrate it together with friends. But since last year, since COVID-19, unfortunately, took over all around the world, we decided that we need to dedicate our resources and our money, our energy to help the people in the ground. Because today, all the world suffer, and vulnerable part of population suffer even more. That's why, like last year, we decided this year also to have several events, charity type of events. We organize donation of mask to the school, municipal school in Rio de Janeiro. We also donated food parcels to one of the charity organization in São Paulo. In São Paulo, it is a small street called Azerbaijan, and we are happy that we were able to support the inhabitants of this street, make some renovation works there. It means that we did something which left, I think, more traces in the heart of the people rather than to have a general reception. And we believe that through this kind of actions we can get much more friends here in Brazil. And people can not only here in capital can see it, but they can see us everywhere. And that's why we believe that we need to continue. And we always get support for this kind of actions, and we're really thankful to people from the ground who supported us on that.
E o senhor poderia falar para a gente também quais são os planos de trabalho de vocês aqui da Embaixada para o próximo ano, para o futuro?
First of all, again, I want to use this chance and say my deep gratitude, express my deep gratitude to all the Brazilians who supported and greeted us during these beautiful days, members of parliament, members of the Senate, active people from the ground, you journalists who also pay a lot of attention to us. And talking about our plans, of course, we want to see the countries closer to each other. Nowadays, with pandemic, it's difficult to travel, but it doesn't mean that it's limited our ability to build the bridges between two continents, two countries, via internet, via online meetings. So one of the plans is to start to be more active online. Parallel to that, of course, we'll be more than glad to see more active presence of Brazilian business in Azerbaijan. As I mentioned, liberated lands are full of opportunities for people who can come with their technology, with their knowledge to support us to build. And vice versa, we'll be more than happy to see Azerbaijani business people here, activities. And what I can say, let's pray that next year when we will come again to the celebration of this event, world will be free from pandemic, and our biggest gift to each other will be not the masks, but hugs. So let's work on that direction and wish all the best.
Muito obrigada, embaixador, pelos seus esclarecimentos, pela sua boa vontade. Eu quero que o senhor saiba também que o senhor é sempre bem-vindo aqui no nosso programa, na Rede TV, na TV Brasília.